Still spitting meaner than your mug when you're looking.
Opportunity called, I said be right up. His work closed regardless of the attire. Bit brimstone just to spit this fire. The damn mission of a writer. Opportunity called, I said be right up. His work closed regardless of the attire. Bit brimstone just to spit this fire. The damn mission of a writer. To whom it may concern, I'm on the side of life where the blunts get burned. On Marion levels of undisturbed. How do black men fit? Y'all don't give a fuck, just earn. Student of life, I just come to learn. Say you're motherfucking right when you call him a nerd. Boy, he nothing like them fake dummies. Boy, plotting on Bill Gates money. Lead a game, come back just to be your favorite rookie. Nice with the grammar, she ain't even baking cookies. They can't stand him, paraplegics with the footing. Still spitting meaner than your mug when you're looking. Can't tolerate your hating ass. Favorite day of the week is when I hate a pass. I'm just stating facts, y'all ain't saying that. Me versus them, that just ain't a match. Guy rhyming on demon time, that's word to Etrigan. New Orleans nigga, let him have it like the special man. My style type competitive, that style's quite the sedative. Omni be the greater cheese balls getting shredded with excellence, thoughts brighter than Edison's. Nobody but the Almighty can ever be ahead of him. Put the effort in till it's effortless. Y'all won't see a guy get devilish. Opportunity called, I said be right up. His work closed regardless of the attire. Bit brimstone just to spit this fire. The damn mission of a writer. Opportunity called, I said be right up. His work closed regardless of the attire. Bit brimstone just to spit this fire. The damn mission of a writer. Sensing your head and respecting your heart. Speak to me with both of these are always finna part. Believe that, y'all already know who I am. I G trash, I can't even pose for the gram. I've seen scraps, but never with the phone in my hand. Takes no strength to record the downfall of another man. Rather lift him up so he gets it on again. Push him back out in the ring, now onto the win. This life's a fight, too short to get hype for likes. You the sweetest piece, fresh out the box of Mike and Nikes. Robbed of everything in my youth, chose to be great with it. They handed you silver spoons and you did H with it. Toy mama couldn't afford, I just ain't get it. The creative that lives life and paints with it. And what's that if we all ain't different? The outstanding ain't made to fit in. Word. Oh, I'm muted. Hold on one second. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Worry observations, righteous discussions, unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast, and I am your host, OMNI, ETC, Omni, etc. Listen, I'm looking over at my mic because my mic, I'm making sure that the connection's stable. I'm not going in and out. So I'm really looking at this new mic cord, but it's in there good, so I think we're good. Holla at me if you can hear me. Yo! Already. Sell your motherfucking light podcast in the building. How you doing, man? What's going on, man? What's going on? Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Yo. Here with another one, man. We here with another one. coming in on a weekday because I really just do these whenever I want to. I wanted to on Saturday, but I was like, you know what? This is probably better on Father's Day, considering what we're talking about. And then that bullshit happened. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Word. Appreciate you. I love my people. They always look out for me. They look after me. You know what I'm saying? Keep me on my toes. Listen, what happened yesterday on Cellulite's podcast, actually. I'm trying not to make this show about that, but that check out Cellulite podcast. Check out the homegirl Rob B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Check their shows out. Rob B Privilege. All right, on YouTube, Cellulite podcast as you see it on screen. Drop your link in the comment section. Cellulite, feel free at any point in time. Check out his podcast. Check out that show yesterday if you want to understand the depths of depravity that are present on this here internet. The depths of depravity that are here on this here internet. Like, and honestly, like, something needs to be done about that situation. I'm going to be totally honest, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to make this show about that. Is absolutely terrible. Cellulite did a great breakdown. Rob B did a great breakdown. Team Fatty, who's also a friend of the show, did a great breakdown. Just I was disgusted. I wasn't even in my right mind to do this show today after I seen what had transpired. That was man, talking about manhood, talking about Father's Day, talking about masculinity, none of which were shown in that right there. Like there was nothing leadership worthy about that. But like I said, I ain't trying to make the show about that because you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this about what I'm talking about. But it's hard not to. It's hard not to. I may speak about it in a different format, probably on my other channel, but not this one, not this product. Keeping it about business. So what we're talking about today, again, masculinity, which I seen is shown. You know what I'm saying? I think we're highlighting masculinity on this show today. A lot of people have false notions and ideologies here on the internet. Most people don't know what's up from down, left from right. I've come to this determination, talking to certain individuals, understanding what's actually out here. Some people don't know what it is, what it ain't. They don't know what's right or wrong. Some people just don't know what's up, down, left, right, in or out. Some people just don't know that. Now, ignorance of that, being ignorant of that, in a lot of ways is no excuse, unfortunately. Being ignorant of that, because you're still going to get held to the standard as if you did know. So in order to get control, you know what I'm saying, you got to get knowledge. So you don't fall for certain traps and certain things and certain ideologies. Because like I said, on this here internet, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, FBI, there are a lot of things that are going to hold you accountable based on how you move and what you do. There are a lot of things in place to hold you accountable based on what you do, even if you know not what you do. So at the same token, the fact that you don't know isn't necessarily an excuse, because it's not going to save you. It's not going to serve you at the end of the day. A lack of knowledge will never serve you, but attaining knowledge always does. So instead of talking about that situation from yesterday on this product, You know what I'm saying? That horrendous situation. Happy Father's Day to all the true fathers out there, all the men that are, as you know what I'm saying, you see Brother Cellulite is listening at work, putting in pain, putting in time, putting in what he needs to put in as a man on a day in, day out basis to fulfill his rights, duties, obligations to those that he cares about. Love W, what's up? What's up? You just came in at the right time. This is my beginning spiel. I ain't even get to this part yet. Love W, you've been beating me consistently. I need to stop doing my beginning spiel because you be beating me consistently. Okay, for the past three, I've counted for the past 3 shows. You've been beating me at saying like, share, subscribe because I just get right to it. I get right to it. But yes, a bit of housekeeping first. First of all, it's the Word Up podcast that you are currently tuned into. And we're talking about none other than Bun B's case and how the internet is perceiving it. Let's jump on in. Word. So if you could, as Love W already said and already beat me to, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I got my own button here, as you can see, but I never need, if Love W is in the chat, I never need to push this button ever again. I never need to do this on y'all. Whenever Love W shows up, I never need to do this. But, you know what I'm saying? Let me add. Hit the notification bell and set it to all. Make sure you set it to all because we're going to have more content coming through. I'm about to flesh out and roll out, as well as updates from the other channels that have my face on them. I got a few that don't, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all not supposed to know about those. So just hit the, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell, set it to all instead of personalized because I want y'all to see everything and not just some things. Except for my faceless YouTube channels that y'all not supposed to know about. Now, hit the likes, as Love W said, and share this out because, you know what I'm saying, I want to have this conversation with everybody I possibly can that's interested in having this conversation. That said, highly appreciate those that's rocking with me being over here. Highly appreciate it. Shout out Love W and Cellulite in the chat. Now, today we're talking about something I think is of great consequence to manhood. And let me ask this, what does a man cry over? What should a man cry over, if not his loved ones? Or the loss, or the threat of loss over his loved ones? Today we talking about Bun B, and we keeping it Trill. Bun B's case finally, after 5 years of litigation, for some reason it took 5 years, even though the perpetrator confessed immediately. It took 5 years of investigation, 5 years of litigation for this to come to an end. And what happened was, a random at this point in the story, I'm going to just say a random robber, a random person, let's just keep it that person, tried to rob Bun B's home. Oh, okay, Love Dub. A man cries, that's interesting. A man cries over his dog Omni. I've seen it. Also, I have done it. Okay, what is with y'all on these dogs? I'm not trying to get off on this tangent, but you're right. I've seen men and women cry over their dogs, and
You can tell I've never had a dog growing up. I've never, maybe it's something that dogs love me, but there may be something there. But yeah, that's probably one of those I need to have a dog for an extended period of time myself. Because dogs actually love me. I just don't be having dogs. I've never had a pet. I've never had a pet. So that's probably what it really comes down to for me. Is yeah, it's probably what it is. It's probably what it really is. I'm testing something out. Okay, so I just don't understand. It's not that I don't understand. It's more so the respect level isn't as high as I believe it should be for Bun B and his wife. The respect level isn't enough. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing with that. The respect level. Yeah, when I get a dog, I'll know for sure. Listen, the respect level, I believe, isn't high enough on this for Bun B and his wife. For me, as much as we talk about the responsibilities of men, at least I hear about the responsibilities of men on this here internet. All right. Where most people, you know what I'm saying, always 24/7 gives you the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help them God, when nobody can hold them accountable for lying. So, word, I do too. When here on this internet, right, where everybody is being their most authentic selves. And if you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic as fuck. A lot of people are calling Bun B a wimp for crying. Even more people are trying to say the fact that he testified against his home invader, his assailant, that had the means to do whatever to him and his wife, that could have done whatever to him and his wife. They calling him a snitch. Creole P, what's going on? What's going on? Bun B is a civilian now? Well, yeah, we getting there. We getting there. But let's just mind this out. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but devoid of the streets, right? Let's mind that out. Devoid of the streets. I understand what you're saying. He's a civilian now because he's not living that. He's not necessarily living nor promoting that anymore. He's not. So I dig what you're saying. He's not of that. He's not of that at this stage in his life. Yeah, for sure. It's a smorgasbord. Yeah, it's just a lot of BS on the internet. And you got to be able to discern that it's like everybody up here not being 100. You really have to, especially if you someone that keep it 100. If you the type that keep it 100 with yourself first before you step out of the house, it's kind of difficult to not expect that in other people. But you kind of like when you come out to the general public, you kind of have to not expect that in other people. You know what I mean? But exactly, Creole. Exactly. Exactly, dog. Exactly. The man protected his family. The man is continuing to protect his family because based on Bun B's own words that he already gave on the Breakfast Club prior to the court case, him even taking the stand on the court case. He didn't switch up not one word. So why is it snitching now instead of snitching then? You know what I'm saying? Why is it snitching now instead of snitching then? That's that's what I'm that's what I'm really trying to say. Why is it snitching now instead of snitching then? People weren't saying that he was snitching when he was on the Breakfast Club, but now that he takes the stand and it hasn't switched up, it's snitching. I'm not even saying I believe what people are saying on the internet. Again, I established that most people on the internet are full of shit, but I just find that particular thing curious. Let's see. The self-defense laws are so darn confusing depending on the state. Knew someone who deleted a person who was robbing him at his barbershop. He had to do 5 years. Crazy. And for sure, no. This is the thing about gun laws, right? I can't really say that gun laws are that effective at protecting people. Like when I was younger and naive and stupid as fuck, I was like, okay, gun laws probably make sense. Like we had big drug zone campaign, if y'all remember those signs, and whatnot. And I think that is still in effect. I think just over time a lot of those signs came down, but the laws are still in effect. This is a drug-free zone. It's like 1,000 square miles in any school, which means there's a drug-free, gun-free zone, which pretty much, if you look at any city map, it makes everywhere in the city. Like you could go to one alley behind a trash can somewhere, and that random spot in the city would probably be, saying you could do drugs and have guns in that particular spot, but you got to drive all across everywhere else in order to get. So you just got jammed up anyway. It's so stupid, but yeah, gun laws don't protect the average citizen. I'm sorry. Either I look at guns one of two ways. Either everybody's gonna have a gun, or nobody should have a gun. That's the only two models that work. I'm sorry, those are the only two models that work. Either everybody or nobody. Those are the only two models that work. I was literally on a podcast. Well, not even on a podcast. I actually produce podcasts outside of the Word Up podcast. So a lot of times where y'all don't see me for like weeks on end, I might be producing content for another company. You know what I'm saying? Because they paying a brother. So but yeah. Gun laws, I see one of two ways. Either nobody has it or everybody has it. Because your gun laws, you're already talking to the gun laws are supposed to penalize the people that don't care about the law or being decent in the first place. Like, regardless of the motivating factors, because there are many motivating factors, I get it. By the time a person says, hey, I'm going to go carry this gun into a school, they've reached a certain level of give a fuck that is profoundly without comprehension. Like they're beyond reason or talking to them or having a normal conversation. They're so beyond, you know what I'm saying, human bounds of logic and reason that they don't give a fuck how much time they're about to do for what they're about to do. Okay, holla at me. I'm on you got me on IG. Same OMNIETC on IG. Holla at me. So this thing, like, it is unfathomable that the gun laws exist and they're actually effective at penalizing criminals that break them. Because I was talking to a judge. This is what I was saying earlier. I was talking to a judge for this one show that I was doing. That's why I was talking about the show. And, the judge was asked a question by the host. What do you do if someone's breaking into your car and you see them breaking into your car? And the judge was breaking it down to me. It was like, you could defend your property, but the moment that they let go of the car and turn around and run, you cannot do anything to them. I'm like, fuck that. So I was thinking, don't have to gun permit. Yeah, you don't have to carry a gun permit in Alabama. You don't here in Kentucky, and I know you don't in Texas either, which is how it should be, honestly. That's how it should be. Boston in the building. What's happening, Boston? Celtics Nation. Okay, calm down. No, I'm playing. Yeah, that was good. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's how it should be nationwide. Don't need a permit to carry. Okay. That way there's too much of a threat. There's too much of a threat of someone else having a gun. Because when you're a criminal in New York, for instance, that is very strict on guns. If you're a criminal in New York and you were able to get a gun into New York, well, now you could just run amok in New York with for an extended period of time with nothing happening to you. Like I remember a few years ago, and I only remember this because it was in a comedy skit, but not a comedy skit, but a comedy show. If anybody knows Christopher Titus, you know what I'm saying? That's one funny white boy. I'm going to say Christopher Titus is one funny white boy. He was talking about, youngsters walking into funerals with guns now. Yeah, the youngsters don't care about the laws, so they will go everywhere. Well, yeah, but I think the Wild Wild West model was like you got to think in the Wild Wild West model, there were some shootouts, but mostly there were duels. Like a man had a disagreement with another man and was disrespected to a certain point, smack him, and yeah, we duel at sunrise or sundown. So to say it's not already the Wild Wild West, too, is kind of wild because there's so many people with guns that shouldn't be having guns, doing egregious things with guns. I think it's better for the average citizen to just have a gun. You better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But when the judge was telling me that, I was like, damn, nah, I'm not gonna damn that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not just letting him run off because he could have taken something that was extremely valuable. I understand that the thought is that my life is more valuable and all that, but what you mean, Love W, everyone doesn't need a gun. You get it with home protection. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even on the strictly home defense level, it's getting to the point that everybody needs a gun. But mentally ill definitely don't need no gun. Okay, yeah. I feel you on that. Definitely not the mentally ill. But in this case with Bun B, everybody's saying that he's a snitch, right? Everybody's saying that he's a snitch for taking the stand. When he actually did end up shooting the kid. I have it pulled up. I'm bringing it up in a second. But we just minding this out. So he actually did shoot the kid. He didn't think he did because the kid actually ran out of the car and got out of the car after the whole exchange. He's going to detail it. I'll let Bun's words. detail it. But so the kid made it out the car, but he was shot. Bun didn't know that he was shot. And the police that came later on had to tell him that he was shot, because it's another thing. If you're a gun owner, every time you discharge if you're a legal gun owner, every time you discharge your firearm, it has to be reported. For every time you discharge your firearm, like in a home setting, because something happened, it has to be reported. So he did what he was supposed to do as a citizen, as a civilian, right? He's not in the streets anymore. He did very well for himself. He got up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, we're taking the streets out of this because I find that people in the streets are confused. Hunter Biden, sheesh. Yo, Hunter Biden's a train wreck. We're seeing in real, when it comes to Hunter Biden, we're seeing in real time, right? The whole trope of the rich senator dad with the coked out mess of a son that has gone unchecked for likely decades at a time. We're seeing that in real time. We're seeing that same trope of like every movie ever made about politics and who politicians are and whatnot. That's something Hollywood has never lied about. I'm gonna be honest. Like we're seeing is kind of like Malibu's Most Wanted. Bill Gluckman. Bill Gluckman and Hunter Biden's B-Rad Jeezy. Anyway. Except way worse, like with mental issues, and it's like he's got mental issues and he does tons of drugs. You know what I mean? Like it's way worse. But this thing with Bun B and his wife is honestly indescribable, because she's breaking down. She broke down. She didn't break down. She broke down at in court. He was teary-eyed at court. Love W. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I hope not. Jesse Jackson thinking about running for president again. I hope not. I really hope not. Let me tell you, they didn't want him back in the 90s. They don't want him in the 2000s. All right. But the thing with this is that there's so much contention online about what a man is, who a man is supposed to be, what does he stand for, and whatnot. If my house gets broken into, and my wife is held at gunpoint, and I'm upstairs taking a shit, and I have to run downstairs with my pants off, after I went and got my gun, cocked it, a bullet flew out the chamber because I keep that thing cocked, but I was making sure because I'm being thorough, because this is a real situation. And then I run downstairs. This sucker is in my car. He trying to back out of my driveway after he held a gun to my wife's head. I'm emptying the clip into my car with him in it. And if he gets out of the car and runs down the block, I'm running down the block. I think Bun B did everything that he was supposed to do in this situation, including taking the stand. Because it wasn't his intention for him to live in the first place. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Bun B was on the toilet when this happened. I didn't make that up. I wasn't being funny. Like, this is his story. He said he said it himself. I Winnie the Pooh out there, which is funny because he was on the toilet. But he went out there Winnie the Pooh style. He had no pants on. Got the gun, cocked it, went downstairs to handle business. The kid that just had his wife, who just held his wife at gunpoint with a gun to her head, was in the car about to vacate the premises. He couldn't get out the car fast enough. He couldn't back out fast enough before Bun B unloaded. And then, because he couldn't get out fast enough and saw that after Bun B unloaded, that Bun B wasn't playing with his ass, he got up out the car and ran for his life. And Bun B caught him, still half undressed, in the middle of the street and told him to take his mask off so that he could see his face. I think Bun B did everything he was supposed to. But let's go back to the accounting. Let's head over to YouTube and see what happened. His account of the story. Definitely love W. Gun under pillow. I 100% agree. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, keep the gun under the pillow. For sure, for sure. All right. This is Breakfast Club. This was 5 years ago. This case took 5 years to settle.
At the moment, it was unreal.
This is Bun B's wife, Queenie. For those who don't know, I'm just providing the context. This is Bun B's wife, Queenie. For those who may not follow Bun B or know this about Bun B, but he is a married man and he was protecting and defending his wife, a black woman, that day. Let's continue.
Yeah. Because we had just made it home within 20 minutes. And we were upstairs and I was putting dishes in a dishwasher. And my sink, the window is right there. And I seen the guy cross the driveway. But I thought it was my neighbor 2 doors down. So I continued to put the dishes in the dishwasher. Bun went to the restroom. So I heard the doorbell. And at that time, it's usually UPS, Amazon, or FedEx. And they only ring it one time and leave. They don't ask for signature or nothing. Mm-hmm. So I walk down the steps. I'm left-handed, so I move the curtain this way to the left, right? So the view that I got, I couldn't see him because I guess he was so far towards the thing. And so me seeing that there's nobody there, as usual, because this is what we do every day.
Right.
But she never answers the door.
But I never answer the door.
Only I answer the door. Mm-hmm. Like, for a while, we stopped getting UPS because I pulled the gun on so many UPS people. They started leaving them at the garage. Because I don't have any company in my house. I'm never expecting company.
As his lawyer, he never pointed the gun at anyone.
But I would always answer the door with the pistol, just so people know. You know
That's
what I'm
hilarious.
Saying? But, and, I never allow her to answer the door. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be the person that has to confront whatever threat comes to my house. That's why I'm really just, for me, the thing that drives me crazy is the fact that I spent my whole life, and she knows this, my whole life is built around addressing the threat. You know, I believe in positive energy and good vibes and karma and all of that. But again, this was random. So this wasn't something that was coming directly for me.
Correct.
So you still have to be prepared.
Facts, Creole. Let me pull this up. I don't know why it's so low on this side. Facts, Creole. 50 for president. I 100% agree. 50. 50 been on a spree after the whole Kendrick Drake thing. He been making funny clips. He found the magic of AI. You should check out some of these AI redone AI 50 Cent songs. Like he did a country one with Kanye Twitty doing one of his. Check him out on IG. It's hilarious, man. 50 for president. I get behind it. Curtis Jackson for president. Hold on, let's get back to it.
Prepared for whatever may happen. And every day I always say, I'm mentally, I'm like, I'm ready. Whatever happens, I'm prepared to do what I got to do to protect my family. But unfortunately, I wasn't the one that had to confront him in the moment. She was.
Right.
And I'm like so proud of her for, not only how she handled herself. Her only thought was to protect me.
She thought they were coming for
because
you.
in the moment, her assumption is that this person has come to get me.
Right.
Right. She doesn't know it's a random act at the time. So she thinks this person has come to kill me. So she's like, I need to hold this person here until Bun can get to the gun. And even if he kills me, I know Bun's going to kill him. But usually the two people that would die in this situation would be me and her.
Right.
So her thing was just like, I'll take that loss, but I know Bun will avenge me and kill this dude.
Right.
That's what she's thinking.
Man, God bless black women, man.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Round of applause for black women.
People think I'm the
Lord
hero in
have
this
mercy.
situation.
Man.
She's the hero.
But she's the hero.
Right,
Because if she doesn't
you're
stall
both
him out.
heroes.
Well, if she doesn't stall him out, I don't get to the pistol.
So now
know?
you heard the commotion downstairs?
Yeah. And I'm in the bathroom, like, just to be honest, I'm on the toilet. You know what I'm saying? And so I hear what's going on, and I'm like, this is it. This is the moment I always talk about. Somebody's in my house right now threatening my wife. So I hop off the toilet, I run, I go get the pistol.
Did you wipe? No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up, man. God damn. Can you be serious?
Go ahead.
That's a very DJ Envy thing to ask. That's a very, with what we know about DJ Envy today versus 5 years ago, just in 5 years' time. Because this is 5 years old footage I'm talking about. Like this is 5-year-old footage that I'm reviewing. So what we know about Envy today, yeah, that's a very DJ Envy thing to say. It's for sure. All right, let's get back to it.
But and I just ran and got the pistol, and the whole time I'm forgetting. I'm not taking into consideration that I'm Winnie the Pooh right now. You know what I'm saying?
No pants on.
Winnie the Pooh with the pistol, and I get it, and when I get down, I get around. So
Told y'all, no pants. Listen. It's not gonna be the perfect situation when you gotta defend yours. It's not gonna be perfect. But you got a job to do. I salute it, man. Listen.
we're in the 3-story place, and so I go up to the 3rd floor to get the gun, and when I come back down to the 2nd floor, I don't hear anything. So I go down the stairs. I cock the gun just to make sure one was in the chamber, which it usually is, and there was. So that one bullet, ejected out of flew out the pistol, and I turned the corner. She's like, Bun, don't go out there. That's not even a thought. I'm going out there. Now, at this time, I don't know if it's 2 dudes. I don't know how many people it was. I don't know what's on the other side of that door, but whatever it was threatened my wife, so I'm finna go out there and address it.
That's right.
The thing about it, when he came in, well, I never got to turn the knob, the bottom knob. I was slowly turning the deadbolt, and I guess by me not being able to see him, he had to been holding on to the knob. That's the only knob he could hold on. So some kind of way, I remember I looked up, because I'm looking down to retrieve a package that we do all the time.
Right.
So when I looked up, he had the gun right here.
Wow.
Wait, what?
And so he was backing me back.
My bad.
And at the same time, locking the door. So he was trying to lead me up my steps, and I was like, I can't go up these steps because he's going to catch Bun on the toilet. Both of us going to be dead.
Right.
He got to kill one of us. So
Creole, you out of pocket. What does one thing got to do with the other? I'm just curious. What is...
me thinking fall, I fell at the bottom of the steps and slid to the floor. I balled up in a knot, and every time I did this and looked up, he had the gun right here. The barrel of the gun was so cold, and he had it in a black glove hand. He had 2 gloves on, but one was blue and one was black. So he put it here, and he kept telling me, he was like, give me what you got. Give me everything you got. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm in shock that this is happening to me.
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Give me everything you got, or else I'm going to kill you. And I shook. I'm like, wait, what? And in between him telling me this, he looks over and notices I have a bedroom. So when I seen him looking towards the bedroom, I started saying, just take my car, you know, because I didn't want him to take me in that bedroom and rape me and do whatever he wanted to do.
Right.
And so I don't know, in between the time that I got up off the floor, no, I was still on the floor when he asked, he heard the footsteps. Both of us heard the footsteps. I know the layout of my house. Then that's when he goes, how many floors you have? I go, 4. And he says, okay, who is that up there? I say, that's my husband. He said, tell your husband don't come down.
At this point, I'm moving. I hear what's going on, and I'm moving.
Steps that Bun is headed to get the gun. So I'm steady screaming, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. He said, I'm going to kill you if you come down. I'm like, please don't kill me, please don't hurt me, because I see he looking at the bedroom. And so at the same time, he goes, I say, I could hear Bun getting closer. I say, Bun, don't come down. Because he told me 3 times not to tell him don't come down. But he didn't know it was Bun. So when I noticed when I said Bun, he startled, like, because he was heading for the bedroom. He startled. And I was like, okay, to myself, I'm saying, he don't know where he at. So I made it a point myself. I said, Bun, don't come down the stairs. Please don't come down. And that's when he asked me for the keys to my car. Right. I've been trying to offer you my car for the last 3 minutes. You didn't want it.
Right.
So he said, where's the keys? And I said, I keep them in my car. I just, back in the garage, I keep them in my car. Okay, what door is that? That's the garage. So I don't know what happened, how I got up off the floor, but the entire time when I was on the floor, I didn't feel like I was gonna die. I felt protected because when I looked up at him, he put the gun back in my face and all I could see was his eyeballs and something white right here on his neck. So.
And then that was like he had an emoji ski mask on.
Y'all had a shootout in the garage, right?
Yeah, that's
so
after I had
after she let him out to the car.
Okay.
And once I see, I'm stuck in the garage with him. So I'm steady trying to press the garage door to let it up, but it keep going so slow. So I'm so nervous. I'm pushing. It's going up, down, up, down. And then he said, open up the damn garage. And I just laid on it, and it just started coming up. And I looked out my peripheral view, and I seen him get in the car. And once he got in the car, I jumped back in the house. My thing was to lock the door, but as I was going back in, I was trying to let the garage door down to keep him in there. But thank God for the Audi, because he couldn't figure out how to start it. Because the push button is over on the passenger side. So he in there looking. And I noticed he was looking when I ran back in the house. So I met Bun at the door as I was getting ready to close. Bun was getting ready to open it. And I was pleading with him, don't go out there because he got a gun. He going to shoot.
Bun, like, I got a gun too.
I got a gun too. I'm definitely, I don't know if he going to shoot, but I'm definitely going to shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, I don't know what's on the other side. So I just go through the door and I look and I don't see, the garage door is up and I don't see a person. So then I look in the car and I see his head and his body turn back towards me. And that's when I just let that thing go.
You think when he said Bun, you said Bun, he realized it was Bun B, and then he just wanted to get out.
He wanted to leave. Yeah.
Facts.
I see you got your lawyer here. Is it because they trying to press some charges against you?
No, but
Okay.
just trying. Well, first of all, he's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Usually when he finds out I'm going to New York, he wants to come anyway.
Okay.
He's a big museum comedy show guy. Hangs out with Colin Quinn and stuff like that. So he's going to want to come to New York anyway. But then because we're friends more than just attorneys. He's always in a position to try to protect us. He's really here to make sure Queenie's okay. He knows I'm a big boy. I'll be all right. But he's here really more for support and just to make sure we don't.
Well, there
overtalk
are
ourselves, I
if
guess.
Bun would have done what he did in New York,
Facts, Creole.
he'd be in jail
Facts.
right
Absolutely.
now.
Which is so
You
whack.
gotta retreat
100%.
to your furthest point. In Texas, you do not. And I don't want to call
Hold
it
on, let me
racism,
rewind
but
that
at
again.
first, before I heard from the DA's office,
He'd be in trouble.
he'd be in jail right
Let me
Because
rewind
we're
this,
friends
'cause this is
more
important.
than just attorneys. He's
We was
always
just talking
in a
about this,
position to
wasn't
try
we?
to protect us. He's really here to make sure Queenie's okay. He knows I'm a big boy. I'll
Weren't
be
we
all
just
right.
talking about
He's
this?
here really more for support and just to make sure we don't.
Well, there
overtalk
are
ourselves, I
if
guess.
Bun would have done what he did in New York,
He'd be in trouble.
he'd be in jail right
Absolutely.
now.
Which is so
you
whack.
gotta retreat to your furthest point. In Texas, you do not. And I don't want to call it racism, but at first, before I heard from the DA's office that they weren't going to pursue anything, because Bun didn't stop there. There was a gun battle.
And then he chased him
Bun
down.
got dressed. I would have found a dude, run him over, shot him in the head, put a gun in his hand, been done with it, right? Not Bun. Okay, Bun gets dressed, gets his gun, goes and finds him, just asks him to unmask so he can see who he is.
Because I already know if I pop him on the street, it's a case.
Right.
If I kill
Facts.
him on the street away from the scene, outside of my house, and there's no more threat, at that point, I'm the threat. I'm the aggressor, and I go to jail. I just need to know who this dude is.
But
I need to know. And I told him, I said, but if you take this mask off and I know you, I'm killing you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
I
boy.
apologize. I don't know if I was supposed to say it.
No, I mean,
Right.
but you didn't.
You
You
didn't.
let
You
him go.
good. You didn't.
Bun didn't know he was shot.
But I wanted
him.
him to get that mask off. And at that time, I didn't know he was shot. After the officers came over and they looked at how, what I put.
Listen, folks, I got to get up out of here. We going to continue this tomorrow because this deserves a deeper dive, and we will continue this tomorrow around the same time. Now that my new cord's here, I got my equipment right. You know what I'm saying? We going to shoot for 1 p.m. again and actually hit 1 p.m. I was just waiting for this XLR because Amazon was telling me that it was on the way, and I've been having audio issues. So now that I got the cord here, you know what I'm saying? No problem. 1 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to we're going to give this a deeper dive because this needs to be talked about. What is it about our culture that, you know what I'm saying, doesn't want to see a man use any and all means to defend his family? Why is it that some people believe that Bun B snitched? Others, like myself, don't believe that this is snitching. Him taking the court, going to court, taking the person to trial, and himself getting on the stand to say the very same thing that he said here on the Breakfast Club. It's snitching in court, but it wasn't snitching on the Breakfast Club. I don't understand. Y'all knew the court date was coming up. You didn't know when, but you know what I'm saying? 5 years is egregious, so we're also going to break that down. His lawyer was starting to get into it. But wary observations, righteous discussions unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast, and I've been your host, OMN9ETC, Omni, etc. All right. So tomorrow, let's keep it Trill part 2, and we're going to mind it all the way through. Peace, love, health, wealth to you all. Get with me in the comments section because I read all the comments. And we out.